Hi all, and welcome to today's video. In this video I will be discussing a variation on the solar still design that I've been working on. So this is the original solar still that I've worked on. Basically it works via the center jar contains the salt water. From there, during the day, the evaporation occurs, which draws the moisture out of the center jar. During the night, it recondenses, runs down the sides, and gathers at the bottom here, as you can see just there. Now, what I've been trying to do is I want to create as much surface area as possible with this one. So the new variation is all about scale. So this one here, as you can see, that's going to be the center jar. In there, I'm going to be pouring 2 liters of salt water. And then of course it just rests inside this larger container here, and the larger container itself will be sealed using this lid. The idea with that is it creates a lot more surface area here for the sun to actually act on. So the light's extremely important in regards to solar distillation. You need the light to actually bump the molecules of water off the surface of the center container. So without the sunlight, if you had a black container for example, it's not going to work as effective, and in fact it may not work at all. So what I've done here is obviously I've just created as much surface area as possible, and I'm really interested in seeing what the results are. So as you can see here, I've got 2 liters of water ready to rock and roll. We'll just tip that straight into the center container. Again, this is just ocean water drawn straight out of the beach, and all it is just a matter of putting the lid on. So, locking it up. Now, one of the concerns with this one here is it's not a snug fit, whereas this one here is a nice snug tight fit, so the atmosphere doesn't escape during the day. With this one though, the air may be able to move out of the center container. So obviously you have your center container out of the main container itself. So during the day when the evaporation occurs, I'm expecting a little bit of loss out of these areas here, which is going to be a bit unfortunate, but it may have its benefits as well. Airflow is something that's very important when it comes to evaporation and the dryness of the air. So in a previous video I discussed the importance of actually removing the water daily from the external jar, and the reason you do that is to reduce the evaporation of this water here. We don't want it to re-evaporate, otherwise the atmosphere inside that jar is consistently humid, and the more humid it is, the less evaporation we're going to get out of that center jar. So with this one here having a bit of airflow, it may have its benefits. Basically the same rule will apply with this one here. I'll allow it to evaporate, and I'm preparing to actually extract it daily from this jar here, so from the external container itself. Providing I can do that, I keep the atmosphere inside the container as dry as possible. And the drier the atmosphere inside that container is, the more evaporation we'll get from this center jar here, or the center container. So it should be really interesting to see what the results are. I know, for example, with this contraption here, we're looking at about 11 mil a day of evaporation in it. I was looking at improving that by removing it daily, which I'm yet to do. So that's after the first day of using the device in the sun, so it's had 1 day to rest. There is a bit of moisture in the bottom already, which does require removing. However, this will be the first day for this one here, so this time tomorrow morning I'll come out and I'll actually extract the moisture that's gathered in the larger container itself. Other than that, that's pretty much it for this video. You'll be able to find more videos like this on my other channel as well. I've got 2 channels. One is just Michael Farmer, it's EAL, not AEL, and Farmer, which is the channel that I'll be posting this one on. Awesome. Cheers, bye.